At the least, Castle Black is safe again after we took care of Godric's hirelings. But he could have turned some of our brothers, Jaw. And we still don't know which ones.
Adam Flowers is responsible for leading the investigation and flushing out any traitors amongst them.
A witch hunt. No good will come of that.
I dislike this situation as much as you do, more. I have no choice. I trust Adam. He will use discretion and wisdom. Just ask him. You need to know.
Very well. And what of the imposter?
John Arryn's death, the arrival of this girl, the men from the south, these can't be coincidental. My opinion, imposter, nothing born. Everything leads me to believe that he works for someone more important. But we won't let them get away with it. The Night's Watch will hunt him down, make him pay.
Unfortunately, our power is limited to the gift. The law is clear. The Night's Watch must stay out of the realm's affairs. Otherwise, we ourselves will be considered traitors to the crown.
Rest assured, Moors, I don't intend to be known as the Lord Commander who led the Night's Watch to ruin. We will stay out of Westeros politics. We just need to settle our own affairs. Someone brought us into this by sending these mercenaries to our territory, corrupting our sworn brothers. Must be cautious. One misstep, Castle Black could pay dearly. The message must be clear. No one backs us for paying the... Moors, I need you to follow their trail. Thus, I am naming you the recruiter. Let's watch. In this capacity, you will be able to leave the gift, act freely. This letter, bearing my seal, will prove your good faith to those who might doubt your word. Your mission will be to find the guilty parties, punish them by name.
Hunt down and eliminate. Understood. What do you plan to do with the girl?
Perhaps I can go with Sir Mors on his journey. The North does not seem as safe to me as it once was.
Agree. Besides, since you're the one the impostor is after, he knows where to find you. No longer.
Lord Commander is right. John Arryn. Me. Fail his prey.
Patrick will accompany you to the border of the gift. He has already proven his loyalty. As for me, I will put together an escort of our most trustworthy men. They will meet you near Mole's Town. Moors might cross paths with Godric's imposter.
I have every intention of crossing paths with him. The two of us have a matter to settle.
May the old gods, perils of the Seven Kingdoms, as dangerous as born brother's body. But I've faith.
Well then, let us get Patrick. He must be downstairs.
I'm with you.
Patrick, we're leaving for Molestown, and I need someone I can trust. You're coming with me.
You want to go back? There will still be enemies there.
Exactly. I need to know who sent them. The moment my only lead to find that out is the imposter. I'll find the rat and get him to talk. And I'll be sure to rid the gift of that traitor and all his henchmen.
Very well. Give me time to get my things and I'll come with you.
Sir Westford? Isn't it risky for me to go back there with you? After all, it's me that the men are after.
As long as you're with me, you'll be fine. Trust me, lass. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you.
Very well. I left my belongings with Sybil when we left Mole's Town. If I can, I should like to get them before we leave the North.
We'll be passing there anyway. As soon as we get the chance, we can go to your room.
Thank you.
All is well. I'm ready.
Let us go then.
Ormond assigned me to 2 more.
Them from the hands of the king. Controls.
Good day to you, Moors. You wouldn't by any chance have some work for me there in your pouch?
I haven't forgotten you, Ward.
Show me.
This should interest you.
It would seem this is the mother. Blessed may she be. I will restore all her soft beauty, believe me. She has always been my favorite.
In memory of your woman?
In memory of all women. No man will ever be able to understand their suffering, nor will they ever love like a mother loves her child.
Adam, the Lord Commander told me that you could need help with your inquiry.
That's right. Another bloody chore for me. That'll teach me to be the smart one amongst our brothers.
This is serious, Flowers. Some of our brothers betrayed their oath and tried to kill me.
I know full well how serious this is, but I've never had to sort out a problem like this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
What do you have to go on at the moment?
I've examined your 3 victims, Theomar, Dick, and Vayon. Those 3 were messed up all right, but each of them had received 20 silver stags for their betrayal. There's little doubt that such a sum came from Donnelly.
That's highly likely. Any clues as to who else might have accepted the offer?
The only way of knowing would be to question every brother who might have met our visitors while they were staying at Castle Black.
I shall have to talk to them all then. Maybe my hound can find an interesting trail. What else can you tell me?
I believe I've identified all the suspects. We've gathered them all here and blocked off all means of access. I thought we could leave them all to stew a bit, to see what happens.
Adam, what can you tell me about our crippled crows?
The traitors we're looking for at Castle Black are brothers who will have had direct dealings with Donnelly, and were prepared to betray their oath for gold. First of all, there's Jonas. He's always had a flair for shady deeds. He's drawn to strangers and their gold, like a moth to a flame. I'm sure he's made a deal or two with our visitors one way or another. He's the one who worries me the most. More surprisingly, there's Grants. The old man spent quite a lot of time with our visitors. I've learned that one of your rangers, Bartram, been up to no good with these strangers. I've summoned him along with the others. Lastly, we have the inseparable Arthur and Trebor. Arthur is the smarter of the two. Has always taken care of his friend, as you probably know already.
Anyone else?
We're missing one final suspect. Domeric disappeared from Castle Black. We think he's already fled. He probably found out everything that was going on before you wrote your report. What's strange to me is that there are no horses missing from the stables.
He'll be caught with ease by our rangers, or by House Stark if need be. I will try to separate the wheat from the chaff. Those we have already.
I'm glad I can count on you, Moors. I've never had to handle such a delicate business. I hear many rumors of your ability to see and hear things without being caught. If you can use this gift to help me, I'd be much indebted to you.
The butcher's lucky.
Bartram, we need to talk.
Moors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
We face a grave situation. I need to ask you some questions.
I've already been interrogated by Flowers. I know well enough what we're to discuss. Tell me what you want, so we can finish this quickly.
How did Godric try to get you to desert?
He didn't. I didn't even speak to that knight. I can't abide arrogant men like that. If I wanted to dishonor myself, I wouldn't be so stupid as to do it so close to Castle Black. And where would I go? South?
You're a good ranger. Always vigilant.
Thank you for the compliment. But I owe everything to you.
Can you tell me anything about the other suspects?
You mean apart from Trebor seeming even more on edge than usual? He's usually quite a nervous man, but he's become damn dangerous. Something's not right, if you ask me.
I will look into that. Anything else to add?
Jonas seems to be having a run of luck recently. Gave credit to several brothers. Is unlike him.
I will see if all this leads to anything.
What now?
Relax, Bartram.
There's no chance of me.
Wasn't it perfect? Juicy, moist, melts in.
He left for Winterfell.
Telling you, calm down and relax, else we'll be spotted.
But I can't stay calm. We need to talk about it.
We can't. Shut your mouth.
Come now, you two. I can see you're choking on something big. Spit it out.
Ignore Trebor. He just had too much to drink.
It seems to me he had something other than the wine. He hasn't been enticed by some southern gold by any chance. Eh?
What? You piece of shit. You want to end up like that other one?
I told you to keep your bloody mouth shut.
That was too easy. Finish your story or face the consequences.
It was an accident, all right?
That'll be for me to decide. Continue.
Domeric came to see us, just after our visitors turned up. Pockets were well lined. Tried to get us to join Sir Donnelly. Told us they needed some proper swordsmen.
That treacherous bastard. I taught him a lesson.
Trebor is hot-headed, but he's a good lad. He just wanted to show that disloyal shit where he could shove his offer. That bloody fool Domeric tried to defend himself, and things got out of hand. It all got nasty after that. Before we could explain the situation to Mormont, you came back from your mission, and there was total chaos. We thought it better to stay quiet and pretend it never happened. Hid his body in the snow, in the old outbuildings. I swear, we would have tried to tell you as soon as everything had calmed down.
I understand. Turn a blind eye to it.
Really? Swear by the gods, more. We're in your debt. You can ask anything of us. Anything at all.
Did you see anything that might be of interest to me?
Well, there might be something. Ever since that accident, I've kept my eyes open. And I did notice something strange. When everyone was gathered in the common hall, Flowers posted guards at the doors.
To keep you out. What's strange about that?
The strange thing was that I saw one of the guards speaking with one of the suspects.
All right, who was it?
Had their hoods up, so I couldn't tell. Think anything of it at the time. But when you came to question us, I remembered that it seemed a little suspicious.
Sir, no name. Well, I knew it would be that simple.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help to you, Moors. Shan't be easy to follow such a poor trail.
Don't trouble yourself with it. Used to such problems. If there are traitors amongst us, they'll not reveal themselves gladly. I have ways.
Sorry. I feel so bad about it.
We'll get through this. I'll see to it. But you've got to keep your big mouth shut.
Why have they come to see the Night's Watch? Mine.
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
I've heard you've become quite wealthy in the past few days. I'd like to know where all that coin is coming from.
My wages don't bring in all that much. Something to pass the time, really. Don't believe every rumor you hear. One's about the size of my man.
I thought you were too clever to be outwitted. Why did you accept the offer from that rat Godric?
I didn't accept anything, but I was happy to take gold from that group of half.
Do you deny receiving gold from Godric Donnelly?
Oh no, don't deny anything. I gladly relieved that arrogant bunch of knights of their coin. Dice, cards, all wages. I did very well.
He didn't propose anything to you personally? Maybe for a favor?
I make a deal now and again, but that's it. I'm definitely not getting involved in the affairs of lords.
I know what you might think, Moors, but I promise you I'm telling the truth. I pocketed his coin, and that was it.
You seem to tell the truth. But I'll be watching you, Jonas.
Thank you for believing me and for not ruining my little business. Here, let me give you this. Mind. You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. Good comes from coming up against you.
Look, it's the king of the wagers. How are you faring, you old wineskin?
I can't complain. I'm doing much better than lots of young lads I've seen recently. I've been around too long to be seduced like they were. The hells can wait a while longer for me.
I'm sure you'd be quite capable of haggling with the stranger. when he comes to take you away.
Indeed. Anything I can do for you?
You know all the dealings that go on around here. You seen anything suspicious lately?
Trebor is even more on edge than usual. He spends his time whispering with Arthur. I don't like it.
Trebor is a simple half-wit. Maybe he's been manipulated by someone. The first time. Anything else?
Well, I'm not sure of this, but Grants came to see me earlier. He wanted a place in the next game. I refused because he's up to his eyeballs in debt.
And?
And he paid off his debts just like that, in one go. Years of debt settled all at once.
I think he owes me an explanation.
All the same, don't go too hard on him. He's had a tough time for longer than all of us put together.
Go and tell them.
You've really made a name.
Look,
And a good bottle.
Grant's old friend. How long have you been at the wall, old man?
My boy, you'd be better off asking me if I've ever lived anywhere else.
I actually came to ask you something else.
I'd bet a night in a whorehouse that you've come to talk about treason, Moors. I've already spoken to Adam. He's a good lad. Shame he's so serious. What can a wrinkled old man do to help you?
Why don't you tell me about your debts?
Is that bastard Jonas still asking for coin? I've paid it all back to him, I swear.
That's the problem. Everyone knows you can't stop gambling, and you have the least credit in the entire castle. How could you hope to pay off that much without anyone noticing?
I didn't think it would get out of hand more. Have to believe.
That's all I ask, old man.
It's true that he gave me some gold, but he didn't ask me to do anything wrong. He talked about this and that, and about what life was like here. He later asked me about his other sworn brothers. He got me to talk about you as well. I told him about how you ended up at the wall.
What did he want?
I don't know. He seemed a bit disappointed with your story. Yet I usually tell it so well.
Did you talk about anyone else?
A little about Theomar, and of course that sly fox Jonas as well. And then about one of your rangers, Bartram. I thought he just wanted to spend time in the warmth, talking with good old Grants.
My lips are sealed. I'm counting on you to never be led astray.
Believe me, lad, you'll have no more complaints about me. You have my deepest thanks. What can a wrinkled old man do to help you?
Tell me about our visitors. Spent some time with them, didn't you?
I mingled a bit, yes. As I usually do when we have guests. Rare to have fresh news nowadays. I don't let opportunities like that go by.
And were you able to find anything out?
Anything? Like what, for example?
Like gold changing hands, or one of our brothers accepting gold from Godric, for example.
Gods be good. No. No, I don't think I saw anything like that.
You don't think so? Or you don't know?
No, I didn't see anything of the sort.
Are you certain?
I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than that, my boy. What happened?
Some crows took tainted gold from our visitors and died as a result of it.
You mean there are corrupt brothers here? At Castle Black?
They tried to attack me by surprise, but they failed. I need to know if there are others, and I need to know now. Are you sure you don't know anything that could be of use?
Well, there are Arthur and Trebor. They've cut themselves off from the others, and they both seem really know.
Interesting. Anyone else?
I also saw Bartram speak to Donnelly just before you left. They went off to talk in private. That's really as much as I know. I hope this...
It might well be. Thank you, Grants. Now, go warm yourself up.
What now?
He didn't try. Are you certain?
I told you. I didn't exchange a word with that minor southern lordling.
Yet Grants saw you with him.
I don't understand. Hold on. Maybe I do remember. Yes, we traded a few words when I took him to the top of the wall. Nothing of any importance. He asked me what life was like at the wall, if I was proud to be a member of the Night's Watch. That sort of thing.
I see. You should have told me. I will see what to make of this.
Why have they come to see the Night's Watch? I can't.
Wonderful.
Trolls, can you believe?
Oars?
Let's return to this business of yours.
What do you want to speak about?
Have you added Bartram to the list of suspects?
Of course.
What is he accused of?
He accompanied Sir Godric Donnelly to the top of the wall to show him what it looks like on the other side. Who knows what was said up there? I'd rather keep him here. Just because he was your ward doesn't mean we should rule him out.
I see.
I'm only doing my job, Sir Moores. Any other questions?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
Have you added Bartram to the list of suspects?
Of course.
I think...
And what do you have to say in defense of your lad?
Better safe than sorry. It won't kill Bartram to spend a couple of nights in the dungeons of the Commander's Keep.
Really? You're leaving him to me?
So long as you don't lock him up in the dungeons of the Wall. We can't be too careful with this.
Agreed. I'll give orders for him not to be too badly treated. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
What could Grants have done to end up on your list?
It seems Godric Donnelly really enjoyed his company.
Hard to imagine Donnelly taking the trouble to bribe an old man like Grants. The man can barely stand.
The old man knows a lot. He saw us all arrive at the wall. He knows our weaknesses. Who better to have pointed Godric to the brothers with the easiest heads to turn?
Now, you're not wrong. That doesn't mean that it's true.
He spent lots of time with Godric and his men when they visited. He claims he did nothing wrong, but I don't trust him. Any other questions?
Let's move.
What do you want to speak about? It seems Godric Donnelly really enjoyed his...
Our Brotherhood is going to have trouble coming to terms with what I'm about to tell you. Grants accepted gold from Donnelly.
But what could he do with that? He's even older than Mormont.
He did not do anything against the Night's Watch. He coined to settle his gambling debts.
So did he not commit any acts of treason?
Aware of the attempted bribery, but did not mention it to the commanders. He was unaware what Donnelly was up to. He thought it was something less serious. But instead of revealing this, he blackmailed him and got even more coin.
It is indeed a crime. We're talking about grants. I don't know what to do. I swear in the name of the gods, I owe my life to the old man.
I'll leave you to refer the matter to the Lord Commander.
His case deserves some thought. You've done a good job, Moors. Is there anything else?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
The King of Rats of Castle Black is on your list. I'm not surprised.
Indeed. He's the obvious suspect.
Were you able to flush out that sly fox? Or are you keeping him here on a hunch?
You'd be better asking me what I didn't find on him. No one has rotted so long in the dungeons of the Night's Watch since the 79 centuries. He was with Donnelly's men all the time they were here. He must have heard something. Or perhaps worse. I've still not been able to break him, but it won't be long now. However sly he is, he's stuck here with the others. Any other questions?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
The King of Rats of Castle Black.
Indeed. He's the obvious suspect.
I'm going to leave Jonas in your capable hands.
So he was bribed. I knew it.
He stinks of treachery from miles away. Perhaps the icy dungeons will be able to calm him down this time.
Failing that, at least it will relieve my headaches. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
You told me that the two inseparable friends might be traitors?
Yes. Along with Theomar, they were responsible for looking after our visitors when they were here. You have already personally dealt with Theomar.
They were responsible for taking care of our visitors during their time here. Is that it?
Rebor is a half-wit. A child could get the better of him. I trust Arthur more, but he'd do anything for his friend. Did you know that he only joined the Night's Watch to keep an eye on him?
So I've heard. Trebor had broken the arm of some knight for insulting his sister. Arthur took after him. Wouldn't have survived here.
A friendship like that is admirable, but it can fool you. I'll stay here until I know what to make of them. Any other questions?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about? Yes, along with Theomar, they were...
Domeric did not flee. Trebor killed him, and, as usual, Arthur felt obliged to protect him.
How did that happen?
He had been bribed by our guest to turn the heads of other brothers. He picked the wrong target. Trebor beat him to death when he came to see them, with his pockets full of gold, his mouth spouting treason.
Idiots. Should have told us.
Trebor is an idiot. He's a good servant of the Night's Watch. Arthur just wanted to protect his friend.
I see what you're getting at. I agree. I'll think about how to present this to the old bear. We'll find something that isn't conclusive. We'll whip them, of course. And then they'll be transferred to the Shadow Tower. That way their skills won't go to waste. Might be enough to convince the Lord Commander. Thank you for your help. My thanks for taking care of that. It had to be done. I'm relieved we could separate the wheat from the chaff, whatever the cost.